Hey guys, it's Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the books that I need to read in 2017. These are going to be the books that I really want to read this year, but they are going to be books that are on my shelf. These are not books that I am anticipating releasing. These are not books that I haven't bought yet. These are books on my current TBR, my shelf, like that I own. So these are books that I can easily assess, like I can just go up here, pick them up, read them. So hopefully by the end of the year I will have read all these books, maybe made some reviews for some of them, and it's gonna be a good time. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first book that I need to read in 2017 is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This, you might be a little confused because, as you might know, I haven't finished the Mortal Instruments series. And because I haven't finished the Mortal Instruments series, I haven't read the companion novels. There's a lot of books that I need to finish before I can read this. In fact, as far as I know, I still have to finish, lead up to this one, so in case for me to read this one, basically like 5 or 6 books that I would need to read before I can read this one. And then its sequel comes out this year, and I would like to read that as well. So basically, even though this is one book, it's really like 10 that I need to read. The next book that I need to read this year is kind of similar to the last one, and the fact that I need to read 4 books before I can read this one, and that is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read this yet. I haven't read the Grisha trilogy, and I haven't read Six of Crows, and therefore I have not read this. So in order to read this, I would need to read the Grisha trilogy, or at least I want to, and then I would read Six of Crows, and then I would read this. So that's 5 books. This book technically counts for 5 books. Do you see where this is going? There's going to be a lot of this on this list. This is going to be the year of series. I need to read these series because it's killing me that I haven't read them. Also gorgeous. I'm about to do it again, guys. I need to read The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater this year, aka I need to read the whole Raven Cycle Quartet. I haven't read the first 3. I haven't read this one. I need to read them. Very excited to read this. I don't know much about it. Obviously, I didn't talk about the last 2 books because I'm pretty sure they've been hyped up enough that most people know what they're about. But this, I believe, is like a magical realism, fantasy, contemporary. I don't know what it is. I don't know what these books are about at all. I've heard like really weird things about them. Like people will make comments about the series and it will include anything from feminist to Welsh kings or dead Welsh kings or something like that. I don't know what that means, but I really want to read these because I own all 4 of them. I own all 4 of them and I haven't read the first one. Good one. This next book, though, is not like the other ones, and that is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Everyone was hyping this book up last year, and I'm really excited to read it. It is nominated for a bunch of awards. Like, it was winning awards, and came out in like November, and it already won an award. It was crazy. Anyway, this book is an Own Voices book about 2 main characters who I believe are immigrants, and they fall in love, and this book takes place within the span of a day, and it's about this girl who's about to get deported. Yeah, he's about to get deported, or she's about to get deported, and they fall in love in one day or something like that. Obviously I don't know much about it, but I'm so excited. Also, as you might know, it is signed, so like it's like she's watching me. It's like from my shelf. It's like Nicola Yoon's signature is watching me, and she's like, pick up my book. And I'm like, I'm trying. I will. This next book is kind of like the others, but not really, because unlike all the other series that I like to buy all these books and haven't really read all the series yet, I've only have the first 2 books in this series, sort of. But anyway, that is the Throne of Glass series, or Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I own this, and I own the bind-up of novellas that take place before this, it's The Assassin's Blade, and I plan to read this, so obviously I plan to read that as well. But we shall see. The 6th and last book in this series comes out this year, and I want to catch up, but like I don't know if that's going to happen because that's a lot of effort. There's a lot of series I need to catch up with this year, and even though I'm really excited for this, I don't think I'm going to get all the way through it, but I at least want to start it this year. Like, that's one of my goals. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. If you don't know what this is about, it's about a assassin, basically. I think you've heard enough hype about this. Most of these books are super hyped, And trust me, there's other books that I want to read that are not as well known as these are the books that basically get shoved down everyone's throat, and I'm sick of them getting shoved down my throat, so I'm going to read them. And if I don't like them, so be it. But yeah. The next book that I must read in 2017 is The Road and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. Obviously, sequel, must read the first one too. I want to finish this duology this year. It is super hyped, but also it is diverse, and it is supposed to be a really amazing retelling, and everybody adores it. Everybody adores like the love that goes on in this, and I'm just all for retellings with oh my god, cat, what? I just think this is gonna be a super great read. So I plan to read The Wrath and the Dawn and then The Rose and the Dagger, and I hopefully will like them. And yeah, I plan to read these really soon, so hopefully you'll see these in an upcoming wrap up, if not a review. This next book is another contemporary. This is a contemporary that I went out on the release date and bought with my own money, and I never read it, so that's interesting. And that is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This was a really popular release last year. I was so excited for it because I love contemporary books, or at least I did in the past. Now they're weaning off of me a little bit, but regardless, I was so excited for this book. I went out on the release date, I went out and bought it, and I still haven't read it. So I really want to read this year, probably in the summer. I heard it's really, really good. Like, I think a lot of people said it was their favorite book by her, and I'm just super excited to read it. It's not, I mean, it's pretty long, but like, it's a contemporary, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be cute. It is about a girl who is about to go off to college, I believe, and her dad gets in this huge scandal, and her and her friends are like trying to get through their summer, like not trying to be bothered by whatever her dad did. And I'm just really excited because it has a little bit of an air of mystery, but it's also going to be super fun and super cute. So I really want to get to this year. Also, on top of these, I plan to read all the Morgan Matson books. I said that last year, it didn't happen. Maybe this year. This next book, I cannot explain to you how much I need to read these this year, and it's just so hard to explain to anyone that doesn't really know what goes on through my head, but I have been obsessed from afar of this series for so long. The covers captivated me, and then I was just so obsessed with the idea of reading them, and that is the Winter's Curse trilogy by Marie Rutowski. I only have the first book, but I really want to read all 3 books. But like, I definitely, if I get through this year and I haven't at least read the first book, like, I suck. I have been obsessed with these books for way too long, and I haven't read them. So it's really getting ridiculous at this point. This is about, that's the thing, I don't even really like fully grasp what it's about. As far as I know, this is about the main character, who I believe its name is Kestrel, and she has like either this choice, either go out and get married or go off to war, and she's like, I don't think I'm gonna do either. And apparently she is a really badass heroine, but not in the way that you would normally think. She just uses her brain, and she's like really super smart, and it doesn't have a lot of like fighting and all of that stuff, but it's supposed to be like have a lot of political intrigue, and I think it's gonna be really good. And obviously, like I said, I've been hearing all this hype about it because I think the last book came out last year, maybe? And I don't know, I'm just really excited for this. I need to read it. That's basically what I'm saying. A lot of series ended last year. Anybody notice this? This next book is another book that I have been hyping up in my head for literally so long. I think I had this on my list. This is a 2016 release, but I had it on my radar since like 2015. I don't know why I was so obsessed with it, but I am. And that is Three Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. I don't know what it is about this book, but I am so obsessed with the thought of reading it. I don't know if anybody gets like this. Like, they see a book on their shelf and I'm like, I just want to read you, but I just can't yet. But I want to read this really bad. This is about a matriarchy that every kingdom like has 3 princesses born. They're triplets, and then they all ship them off to different places, like different kingdoms within this wherever they are. And then when they turn 16 or 18, they have to fight to the death, and then they'll have like one queen, obviously. But I'm so excited for this. Okay, I want to read you the back because it's really good, and it says, 3 dark queens are born in a glen, sweet little triplets will never be friends. 3 dark sisters all fair to be seen, 2 to devour and 1 to be queen. Excuse me, that's really good. Anyway, I'm not going to get into this. I really want to read this soon. I'm planning on reading it within the next like 2 months because the second book comes out this year. I think it comes out at the end of the year, but I'm so excited to read this. I can't. I need to read this year. And then the last book I need to read this year, even though technically this is an entire series. I didn't want to tell anybody that. I think most of you know, but the books I want to read this year for the first time is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Oh, cat! I haven't read them. I haven't read the Harry Potter series. I know. It's really bad. But I want to read them this year, and hopefully I will read them soon. It's kind of a commitment. But everyone like rereads them like every single month. Like every single month I see somebody in their wrap-up saying they reread the Harry Potter series. And I'm like, is it like that good? Like, is it really that good? I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like I've outgrown them. But then everyone's like, you never outgrow Harry Potter. And I'm just like, I feel very cautious because it would be me that didn't like the Harry Potter series. Like it would be me. I would buy the whole box set. Everyone loves the Harry Potter series and I wouldn't like it. I feel like that's gonna happen. I just feel it. So those are the books that I need to read in 2017. They are 10, so I think that's pretty doable considering that my goal is 50, so let's just say I read one of those books a month. Actually, it's kind of more than that. Like, if I account for all the books I need to read, let me do this real quick. Now that I'm looking back at this, even though technically I only showed 10 books, including the Harry Potter series, which I count as one, but if I were to read the whole Harry Potter series and read all the books I mentioned, including like the books I would need to read them, it's 31 books. That's a lot. And currently I'm working on one of them, so technically soon it will be 30. But, oh my goodness, I did not think this out. Either I need to read a lot more books this year, or I can hope I read a lot more books this year, or I'm gonna be reading a lot of series this year. Which I think it could be both. Anyway, that's it for this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, my social media links are down below, and a new addition is going to be the poll where you can give me feedback on my channel. I mentioned in my 2017 goals video that I was making a poll where you guys could give me feedback on what you like and what you don't like about my channel. That is going to be in the description of all of my videos now. It's going to be right up top for you guys to see, for at least for the time being, and I can't wait to get your responses for that. But I guess that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!